item 3 there, the letter with DOT, I provided you guys with a copy of that along with the
I read it and passed it on.
I mean, I guess at this point I don't have a whole lot else to say, although I am, well, I probably should get back to him, I guess, with a couple things. If you guys got any thoughts on that 230th Street, one way or another, as far as having it closed this fall or push it back, I could pass that on to him. The other thing that I'm working on, I haven't got all my information put together yet, but when I look at what they had designed for a grade approaching in 20, the plan showed a 4% grade, and not having done any intersection design and DOT telling me, oh, that's what they use everywhere, I didn't question it, but I've had some questions in Calhoun County about the steepness of the road north of Rockville City coming up to New 20, and so I'm trying to gather some information from other counties that have had divided highways come through and what kind of slope DOT designed those intersections with, and several that I've looked at so far are 2% slope coming away from the main line. And so before we sign this agreement, I want to get that ironed out.
The other thing, as far as, I mean, I think your thoughts on not having 2 harvest seasons closed is a good idea. I mean, we'd like to have it closed the least amount of time that we can, and that's a roll of the dice.
Yep. Yep. Because if you push it to spring, we have another year like this one, then they might not get done.
I think we might as well go ahead.
If we close it now, and again, the contractor's looking for work.
Can you get any kind of commitment that they will start? I mean, you hate to say you can close it and then they don't show up anyway.
Right. And I don't think you can write the contract tight enough that, because most time, unless you're trying to keep the road from being closed, well, just like the project we're letting on M35, we're going to put a late starter next spring. That doesn't mean they can't start sooner than that. But typically, or what we're going to do there is we're going to put in the contract that there's no free winter work. Because if they start early and you don't have no free winter work, that means they can close the road, even though we've got the road closed after November, I think it's 15th, they wouldn't get charged any working days. So you might only give them 60 days, 12 weeks to build the bridge, but if they close it in November, they don't get charged days all the way until, I think it's the 1st of April.
Then it gets into the summer pretty good.
So then they're 50 days extra to start beyond that as far as their time to work on the project. So, but contractors like that to see that free winter work because they've got more crews that they like to keep busy all year round. So I'm guessing that's what the DOT will do, is they'll give free winter work, and then the contractors are saying, well, you probably save 5 to 10% of the cost of the bridge if you give them free winter work to get it, keep their crews busy through the winter. So,
I mean, it's a tough call.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it matters a great deal.
Well, and Mike this morning asked me whether it was concerned about having 230th and Rolfe closed at the same time, but my initial thought there was I'm not sure it really makes a whole lot of difference because 230th is east-west and Rolfe is north-south. I don't, if they're going around because of 230th, it really didn't make a whole lot of difference whether Rolfe was open or closed because they'll probably go over to M54 anyhow and come in on the pavement, I would think. So,
I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know which way the direction of the grain goes up there either. So.
You can figure it's going everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
It's getting out there far enough that some of it's going to go north and some of it's going to go probably west
going south.
or south too.
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead.
On this pre-construction agreement, page 3, under traffic control, B, can you kind of explain that? With responsibility, any detours which may be necessary for project-related LPA road closures will be responsibility of the LPA and at all, at no expense or obligation to DOT. Will we have any road closures that actually are related to the Highway 20 project?
Yep. I mean, any paved road that they close, we will set up a detour for. And I argued with them on this one before the Calhoun County one was signed, and they say that it's our road, it's our responsibility to do the detour, just like it is the state's responsibility to do detours when they do detours on our roads. So I've argued that before. I didn't get anywhere with them last time. I even talked to a bunch of other counties to see whether that was the same way in theirs. And they said, yeah, it's always been that way. That we keep, they'll close the road, but then we got to set the detour up. I mean, they'll actually do all the signage at the closure. But then, like when they close, you know, M54 north out of town here, we'll have to put signs up on Highway 20, say M54 detoured out to N14 and up to D15, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the closest.
It's not a big deal, but yeah, it's sort of aggravating. They close the road, we got to put the signs up.